I want to share a mind-blowing concept with you today. And it's really almost too much to take in. It really is. But it's 100% true. And I don't want to stop there. I don't want to just share this concept with you. I want to challenge you to apply it to your everyday life. And it's something you can do. You can apply this in lots of different ways and you will see a difference. I'm Connie Trusetter from Contagious Life and Purpose. And this is Tuesday Truths with Connie. So now this concept is not brand new for a lot of you. All right. But I really want you to ponder it even after the video is done and see, what does it mean for you? Just reflect on that. So here's the concept. Here it is. You are made in the image of God. I told you it wasn't a new concept for most of you, but what does that mean? How would your life change if you lived like it was true? Do you think maybe if you remembered that you were made in the image of God, it would be easier to be a little more patient, a little kinder, a little more loving, maybe make better choices? I want to share with you today just one aspect of God and relate this to that. So this is the aspect. God is the creator of the universe, and you are made in his image. So that makes you a creator, right? And you create with the words that come out of your mouth. You create in your mind. You create, some of you, with your hands. You may create by being a creative problem solver. God can give you creative ideas through your spirit, right? But just remember, you are made in the image of God. Genesis 1:27 says that, so God created mankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. So even if you've never thought of yourself as creative before, I want you to stretch yourself and start to see yourself that way. Maybe you do think of yourself as creative, but maybe it's because you're an artist. Well, if so, I want you to think about you being creative in other areas of your life besides art. And that's the whole thing. Sometimes when we hear the word creative, we think art. And if we're not an artist, then we must not be creative. It's not true. You can be creative in a lot of different ways. Here's an example. We all need creative ways to manage our time. Yes? Here's the creative part of it. Really what you need to do is you need to have creative ideas to manage yourself with the time that you're given, right? Time goes on. We can't really manage time. We have to manage ourselves with the allotted time we have. And God can help you. He can give you creative ways to make the most of your time. For some of you, maybe you want to learn something new. Some of you want to accomplish something in a new area. And you may just start to look into it and then give up and think, oh, that is not for me. That's not one of my strengths. But expand your thinking. I'm a creative. God made me in his image. Get him involved. He may show you that for this, maybe it's not one of your strengths. So maybe you do have to put a little bit more time into it, but you can, for your brain, God can show you. You may want to read about this from two different authors because they explain it differently. You may want to listen to a lecture or a podcast. You may want to watch a demonstration. And by doing that, using those different methods, hearing, listening, watching, that might make it really click in your brain. So you can definitely accomplish new things when you get God involved. Okay. You think about science. And science, sometimes we think of that being so different than someone that's an artist. But don't you think scientists have to be creative? They have to come up and come up with ideas that, could this possibly be true? How could I test it? Can I research this? And you know what? God created science. I'm here to tell you. And he's the creator. So of course you have to be creative as a scientist. So just start thanking God that you are creative, that you're made in his image. He can give you creative ways to improve your relationships, creative ways to communicate, creative ways to have fun with your kids or grandkids or your kids or your spouse, your friends, right? Just get them involved. You might be stuck in an area and you can ask God and say, wait a minute. I'm a creator. So creatively, Lord, show me how I can get past this block that's keeping me stuck. I just want you to start applying it to everyday life. Start thanking him that you are made in his image and know that you are creative, whether you feel like it or not.